Step inside, let me show you the scene. A syndicate masked in a media sheen. They call it PR, but it's more like a crime. A fortress of lies where the guilty still climb. At the helm, a troll with a history stained. Moves like a ghost, leaves ruin in chains. Squats in the dark, claims what ain't hers. Living off scams, deception occurs. Her man ain't better, he profits from pain. Stripping the helpless, drowning in rain. Hurricane wreckage, pockets get fat. Takes from the weak, never looks back. It's the ecosystem of hate, built to destroy. Spin your truth, turn your past into ploys. A web of deceit, no justice, no grace. They'll rewrite your life, then laugh in your face. Here comes the journo, slithering slick. Sells his own stories, plays every trick. Lays with the victims, then twist what they say. A puppet of scandal, a predator's play. Caught in the act, but still he persists. Feeding the cycle with venomous twists. Truth ain't the goal, you about to get played. He'll spin some more lies for only 10K. The ecosystem of hate, built to destroy. Wreck your name, no one will employ. A racket of shadows, a league of sin. They bury your rep before you begin. Watch for the ex-con, fresh out the cage. Extortion and fraud still fuel his rage. Sentences served, but lessons ignored. Grammar's a crime, his words like a sword. A thug with a script, a deal in his fist. Misspells the threats, but you get the gist. Ain't no secret, this guy eats paint chips. For the right price, he'll make up all kinds of shit. And then there's the lawyer, sharp like a hammer. No moral code, belongs in the slammer. Bar complaint stack, but he stays in the game. Turning the law into weapons of shame. Threatens the weak, buries the proof. Twist every case till fiction's the truth. A master of fear, a shadow in court. Your cries for justice, he'll cut them short. Together they thrive in the filth they create. A kingdom of ruin, a cycle of fate. The puppet, the thief, the fixer, the fraud. A system of demons who play like gods. They don't just lie, they architect doom. Step in their way, you won't leave the room. They'll twist your past, create what you've done. By the time they're through, you'll be no one. Ecosystem of hate, a meteor storm. They'll break you down in everly form. A syndicate built on power and crime. Their names stay clean, yours fades with time. So watch your step, don't play their game. One slip up and they'll ruin your name. From squire to felon, from lie to snake. They're lost in an ecosystem of hate. So watch your step, don't play their game. One slip up and they'll ruin your name. From squire to felon, from lie to snake. They're lost in an ecosystem of hate.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. Hello, Tug. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm reading about a lawsuit where a 19-year-old is suing her school for giving her an honors diploma, despite the fact that she can't read or write.
Oh my God. I saw something about that. I didn't read into it, but she graduated with honors?
With honors. Yeah.
Jeez, that's embarrassing for that school. What state was
Lord.
that?
That's terrible, man.
What state was that?
Connecticut, I believe.
Who else do we know from Connecticut? Maybe that's the answer. Maybe that's the problem. The educational system in Connecticut is a real screw job.
Maybe. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. I wonder if she went to the same high school as BBB.
Oh my God, wouldn't that be funny?
Yes. If they're just handing out diplomas like candy over there, it seems.
Apparently, apparently, you don't even have to know how to unwrap the candy.
You don't. You couldn't read how to do it anyway if you graduated from Connecticut. Here's the thing. We have a very exciting show tonight. We are going to be going over to Rumble exclusive after the first hour. If you are not familiar with Rumble, it's just like YouTube. It is another website. It is rumble.com. It is not, you don't have to pay for it. It's free. So if you think you do, when you try to set it up, just X out of whatever you're looking at and try again. In the description, you will find the Rumble link. You may go over to Rumble and, you can bookmark it now and wait till the hour, or you can go over now because we're live there now as well. I will, when we get further into it, I'll pin it to the chat as well so you guys can get the link and head on over. But it doesn't cost anything, so I don't want to hear anybody saying, I'm not paying for that. It is free. You don't have to put your credit card in. So don't do that. Don't boomer it. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We have breaking news out of Otter Creek. There has been another police visit to Turtle Purgatory that ended up in an arrest of one of the drifters that Lynette insists on allowing, to live on her property with her adopted child.
So crazy, man.
I know. Just saying it makes me cringe. Yeah. It's rough. It's rough, man. I mean, we keep on, so the first hour is going to be a little more serious because this is not funny. None of this is funny. I can't find anything to really laugh about in this story because here is a woman and a man who have custody of a child who is not their own biological child, and they keep inviting people onto their property who have drug problems, violence problems, and it's a constant string of in and out drifters coming and going, and she keeps putting this kid in danger. I don't know why.
Well, I'm gonna say that types attract types. That's the way it is,
Yeah, and I would think, she says that she has, they've had caseworkers and whatever. Did they not say to her, hey, one of the requirements of having a safe environment for a child is that you don't have them around felons? I think this guy may have been, and I'll show you the note on the thing that makes me think this, but I think he may have been on probation when this happened. There's a note here that I'm not really sure about, and we'll look at it and maybe you can explain it to me. But it says something about he's on probation. And I don't know if he couldn't possibly be on probation for this because he hasn't been sentenced yet. So it has to be for a previous offense. If you've got a child that you've adopted, someone else's kid, you don't run a background check on people you invite to live with you?
How many times does this have to happen? And what's wild is even people that aren't arrested on the property, when they decide to leave, her own words, again, I'm not saying I believe them, but her own words, she accuses them of terrible things with regard to children. So you're telling me that, she's pretty much batting 1,000 on that.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So we are going to pull this up. We're going to start reading this arrest record. Now, there have been 2 records that have come out. The first is the arrest complaint, and the second is an amended arrest complaint. I don't see really a difference between the two, although I have been told that that the Levy County, whoever's the charging person, the DA or whatever, has bumped it down from a felony in the 1st degree to a felony in the 3rd degree, which, womp womp. Is anyone surprised that
No.
Levy County is pleading it down already?
No, they'll probably be walking him down Main Street for a Christmas parade later, Like, we have a settlement deal for you. You have to play Santa Claus. And you're like, what?
We're giving you the key to the city. Here's the key.
Don't like elderly elves. You can punch them if you'd like.
It's what else is scary about this is that it's another case of elder abuse. Where have we heard that before? When you said like is attracted to like. We've got on the other in the ecosystem, we have an elder abuser in the ecosystem. There's Gabe Weeks, who has been charged with grand theft. He's been convicted, pled guilty to grand theft, stealing from elderly hurricane victims. Wow.
That's terrible, man.
Yes, I have heard that this person who was arrested is Lloyd's relative or nephew or someone, but I'm not sure. I don't know. And I think they have the same last name, C. Campbell. So here we go. Defendant Andrew James Campbell. He's 41 years old. And I redacted some of this, and the Levy County Sheriff's Office redacted others of it. I redacted the arrest location, but I can confirm with you that it was Turtle Purgatory, but I'm not showing that address on the screen. But they did not redact that, so I could see that that was the address. So the booking date and the arrest date was the 21st of February. So this just happened a couple weeks ago. This is something interesting you should check out here, is that this is stamped with Marcy's Law. This is something, do you remember seeing this on John Cook's arrest record, Tug?
I don't, actually.
That's right, because it wasn't there. And you know what's interesting about that? Marcy's Law is the victim's rights law in Florida. And they are supposed to stamp it with this when the victim is given all of their rights. Who do we know that was never told about her rights as a victim?
That's true. What kind of consequence does that carry if someone is not given that?
Nothing.
See, that's
you can file a complaint. You can file a complaint, but like I should look up Marcy's Law and see if there is some kind of punishment, but I doubt it, because the government doesn't police itself. They just don't do it. So this is the statute ordinance number here. The charge is two counts of battery on a person 65 years of age or older. It is a felony. Whatever this means, it says T felony. I'm not sure what that means. The bond was set at $50,000. It doesn't say that on this one. It's on the other document, but they set the bond at $50,000. Looks like Sergeant James is the one who signed it. Okay, so here we go. Here is the narrative. On 2/21/25, I responded to the address of Turtle Purgatory in reference to a possible physical disturbance. Upon my arrival, I made contact with the witness, and I believe that the witness was John and possibly Lynette, because look at how long this bar is. I think they listed two names.
They put on, they listed one. It could have been just a bunch of her names.
It could have been a bunch of her names. That's true. We're not sure who the witness is. John or Lynette. It's got to be one of them. And the victim advised that there was a physical altercation between somebody, I guess the victim, and the defendant, Andrew Campbell, which resulted in Andrew attacking the victim. Now, the victim turns out to be his father. So his father was visiting at the time. I spoke with witness, I guess, and he advised the following. Redacted had confronted Andrew regarding Andrew's drug use.
Oh, wow. Another substance user. Wow.
A drug user on the property with a 5-year-old.
T felony, by the way, is a 3rd degree, probably.
Okay, so that's probably the amended one, because the original one, it had a higher one. It was like a 1st degree felony. This caused a verbal altercation to ensue between Andrew and Redacted. Andrew shoved Oh, God. Guess what? I just figured this out. The person who confronted him about the drug use was his dad, not the witnesses.
Not the people whose property he's been on.
Correct.
Huh, that's it. Well, because those crackheads, they probably provide a lot of stimulating free labor.
God, this
sure,
is
I'll take
awful.
a toothbrush and clean your property.
Oh, it's So the person who confronted him about the drug use is the person that he shoved with his bicycle and then began to, and this says stroke, but it means strike. I read it like 6 times going, stroke what? Repeatedly with both of his closed fists.
Redacted, yuck.
And began to stroke redacted repeatedly with both. Wait, it gets better. With both of his closed fists. No, so it means he's a typo.
That sounds very rough.
It should say strike. Oh, I did say this wasn't going to be funny. I forgot how funny this was. All right. He began to strike Redacted repeatedly with both of his closed fists. Redacted was unable to defend himself because Andrew's bicycle had pinned him down onto the pile of shit or something. I don't know. Pile of belongings, of someone's belongings, Redacted's, which had been
pile of redacted. Why would you redact that?
I don't know, because I think it's a name. A pile of someone's belongings.
A pile of shits.
Which had been knocked over during this incident. Redacted pled for Andrew to cease his attack. However, Andrew continued to strike him. See, not stroke him, strike him. Redacted also advised that Andrew had struck him repeatedly with all of his limbs. It was limbs flying, folks. Limbs, limbs akimbo.
He was striking him with all of his limbs. That just
all of his limbs. And
mean,
not just Andrew's fists. However, Redacted could not elaborate further than Andrew's use of his closed fists. What? So he struck me with all of his limbs, but I couldn't tell you which ones. I just know he was hitting me with his fists.
How does that work?
I don't know.
Yeah, I swear he was hitting me with all of his limbs. Just his fists, though. Wait,
what?
Does he not have legs? I'm confused.
Did he forget how to say he kicked me? Like, I don't...
Maybe he hit him a lot. Maybe he forgot what the other stuff's called.
Maybe.
I can say, like I said, that medication I take, sometimes I forget some basic stuff. So, could hit the head part enough. Maybe that's the same thing.
Possible. And so it says, I did not observe any bruises, marks, or injuries on Redacted that would indicate the presence of extreme physical trauma. That's kind of weird. If you got beat to shit with a couple of fists and some other limbs, some unidentified limbs, I would think you would have some battering, some bruising, some bleeding. But I guess not. He's maybe a tough old bird,
Yeah, that may be it. Yeah,
that old man strength.
Yeah.
Contact.
My granddad used to have that old man strength, he would. We got chased by a bull one time. I was like, oh my God, it's going to kill us. He about heaved me through a car. It was pretty interesting. Oh God.
Denise says that she thinks it's Floyd, but I don't think so. Floyd wouldn't go back onto that property. Floyd wouldn't go anywhere near there.
No way.
I think this is Floyd's nephew or something. I don't think that it's Floyd.
If somebody has more, I can't see him doing that. Plus, wasn't he trespassed?
Yeah, okay. His father is Peter, Lloyd's brother. That makes more sense.
Yeah, because Lloyd was trespassed. So I don't see him.
And I don't see him going back there. He didn't want to be back there.
Yeah.
All right. It's Lloyd's brother. Yeah. Oh, and you can see there's a P here. Peter. Yeah, there's a P. All right. Contact was made with Andrew following his return to this address. Andrew advised that he was huffing a substance and does not remember what happened during the altercation.
He was huffing a substance. Oh man.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so he's on the property huffing a substance.
And he's so high, he doesn't remember beating his father. This is the kind of person that Lynette and John invite into their lives to live on the property with a 5-year-old.
But remember, we're all going to be sued for pointing out red flags and saying this doesn't seem safe.
Yeah, we're all going to be sued for saying, in my opinion, this is not a safe place for a 5-year-old. Wow. And it is also shocking to me. I just realized this. It is shocking to me that this clearly was not brought to the attention of the police by anybody but Andrew and his father. You know, like,
Yeah.
so the father confronted him about his drug use. What the hell were Lynette and John doing about his drug use while he was on the property?
Yeah, if he's huffing to the point he can't remember anything, surely it's noticeable.
You would think. That huffing is so scary. Oh my God. So scary. You are killing brain cells, and just that's terrifying. Just that's somebody deeply into addiction who is, you know, has no care for his own safety, because that's going to kill you. That
Oh
is,
yeah. Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, they're all going to kill you, but that one is real bad, real fast. Yeah, the stripping minister doesn't allow drug addicts on the property. That's what we've been told. All right. Sergeant Gaffey advised me on scene that he had made contact with Andrew under consensual circumstances. And that is when Andrew advised Sergeant Gaffey that he had harmed his father. What?
Wait,
He had made
so
what?
Sergeant Gaffey advised me on scene that he had made contact with Andrew under consensual circumstances.
So basically, he walked up to him and was like, "Hey, man, can we talk?"
And that is what,
Right?
yeah, okay,
And
I see
then,
it.
and
Yeah,
then he
I was
advised
missing a
him.
word in my brain. I
Yeah,
was like, did
me
he
too.
assault him like when the cops
I was like,
what?
what?
Okay, I gotcha.
Okay, so then he told him, he just fessed up that he harmed his father.
Yeah.
At the time of the incident, the victim was 72 years of
Oh
age.
my God, man.
Based on the witness and the victim's statements, along with Andrew's admission, I am charging Andrew Campbell with battery on a person 65 years of age or older, 2 counts. Yikes.
Freaking 72, man.
Yeah.
If somebody will
Yikes.
hurt a vulnerable population too, elderly, I don't see why they wouldn't hurt a child, you know?
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, this is terrifying. It is terrifying. There's a little girl. Did she witness this? Did she watch this drug addict beat the living daylights out of his dad? This is the kind of thing they have around a kid. It's disgusting. Jeremy says this is the same guy that was stealing Winn-Dixie food and giving it to Lynette and Crook. Oh, so they have a history with this guy.
Man, the players in this Otter Creek saga are insane, man.
It just
I
keeps
tell
getting
you.
weirder and weirder and crazier and crazier. When does this ever calm down? Do we ever get to a point in this saga where we have less news to report? That's what I would like.
Not me, man. Every day I want news to report. I'm like, oh my God.
But I don't
never-
like reporting things like this. This is
I
scary to me.
don't like that it happens to someone like that. I do. One thing, again, I wouldn't wish these on anyone, but one thing I really love taking from this over and over is Jeremy's been right how many times now? You know, come
I think
on.
he's batting 1,000.
Yeah, I mean, you know, these people out there, they're like, oh no, he's wrong about the types of people and all this shit. And it's like, really?
Yeah, I mean, geez. And I do think some of this is these collection of these people who are drug addicts and whatever. Like you said, it's all about trying to get what they can get out of them. The work, you know, working for free for a place to stay or whatever. But do they consider that it puts the child in danger? What if a guy, you know, drugged out of his mind, huffing on, you know, whatever, spray paint, doesn't remember beating their kid to death?
Dude, that is white trash is what all this is. That is the epitome of white trash. It's weird though. Even the New Yorker that got involved, you know, that was that went to prison, even that like seems like white trash to me, you know.
That guy, by the way, he threatened Jeremy again today, or
Really?
on his Substack. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to show that to you. Let me pull that up actually. So this is crazy. So Paint Chips has decided to issue some pretty serious, what looks like violent threats. And it was in response to a comment that was left on his Substack. Hold on, let me open this up. So someone left this on, I don't know if they want their name up there, so I'm going to crop that off. But let me, hold on, share screen. There we go. Okay. So this is someone left this on there, and it said, Paint Chips, an attorney licensed by the state of New York, was sentenced today by United States District Judge Jack B. Weinstein to 4 years imprisonment for his convictions on 1 count of wire fraud, conspiracy, and 1 count of extortion conspiracy. Dude, talk about projection. I wouldn't take your opinions on integrity, morals, or ethics seriously. Megan Fox has got more integrity, morals, and ethics in her little toe than you've got in your entire body. Also, what's your opinion of Preston's lawfare against Hales? Now, his response to this is so friggin' crazy. I can't even believe it happened, but it did, and it has now been, it was saved forever. Here is his, where'd it go? Here's his response. Share this tab, yes. All right, look at this. So, you're saying the Federal Bureau of Prisons didn't rehabilitate me? Good. Maybe it's because the charges against were bullshit lawfare. My response to you is that I have something to project into your eye socket. And I'll be yelling that at Jeremy Hales very shortly when my film crew is in Otter Creek.
Dude, so he's threatening to, somebody threatened to kapow him in the head and feed him to gators. Now we got another one. Yeah, he's tried the film crew here, though. I mean,
what film crew?
What?
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
He did. That's right. He said he was going to bring a film crew.
It's
to
probably
your
his
house.
mom driving him down there. We're a film crew, Mom. Yeah.
She was like, I thought we were going to the dentist.
I thought we were going to the Denny's.
He's like, just hold the camera.
Like, Mom, I don't need your elderly discount at Denny's every time we go.
I would be shocked if this man had 2 cents to rub together to get anywhere. Like,
2 brain cells to rub together.
He definitely doesn't have the. Well, he's eating a lot of paint chips.
I'm telling you. So right into their how dare they? I told them I did not eat paint chips.
Yes, please write another article about
how.
How
You might want to get your mom to write a character witness for that one. Because I don't believe it.
We don't believe you. And we want to know from your mother if it's true or not. His poor mother. Can you imagine being this man's mother? God, what a disappointment.
Maybe he can get that one guy that helps him with his character assassination. Maybe he could write him a character witness. He's rehabilitated from threatening people. And he doesn't eat paint chips. I'm like, well, another one seems real,
This guy is so emboldened, though. These people are so emboldened. They think they can say anything they want. They
because
really
there's
do.
not been a consequence yet. Yet.
Yeah, not yet. When we get over to the Rumble exclusive in a little bit, I do have another one of the ecosystem literally saying he can do anything he wants, that everything is legal. You're going to love it. It's crazy. Stay tuned. It's just insane. So when we get over there, we are going to have some clips for you from several of the ecosystems, painfully boring shows, but we promise to make it entertaining. It's going to be rough, though, Tug. It's going to be hard.
We'll have fun with it. It's always fun. We'll make it good.
We will. We will try hard. We will try our hardest. There is just some craziness going on, though. I mean, okay, I did want to say this, though. If you guys are looking for a laugh, because this was so worth it, I was so pleasantly surprised. There's a new YouTube channel where he's one of us. He's been in the chat for a while. Hold on.
Oh my God, I watched that the other day. That was hilarious.
Isn't it funny?
Yeah.
Okay, so J-Hip has a channel. Let me show you what it looks like here so I can pull it up. He's got 126 subscribers right now. He literally just started out. Okay, he just started out. And he had a live stream on Saturday with Starcasm, who I've actually been on a stream with her one time with Brad, I think. Brad was doing a cooking stream. She was there. And Starcasm and J-Hip, these two got together and they did this stream called What's the Deal with This Volpe Guy?
That was funny.
They went through this Twitter meltdown that he had with Rosalind and Rogue Mama and fake Megan Fox. That's the funniest thing ever, because so they're reading. I should pull up a clip of this. Actually, he won't mind. He won't mind if I do. So they're reading through a Twitter thread. This might be one of my favorite parts. They read through his Twitter meltdown where he's arguing with fake Megan Fox. And at one point, Luthman jumps in, the paint chips guy jumps in and starts putting up his nasty photoshops.
Let's see if I missed anything.
Look at this.
There. No, I don't think I did.
Wait,
And Megan does.
I mean, do you see how fantastic she looks?
She did. I wouldn't even complain about it.
Why don't you Photoshop me onto somebody with a hot body? Like that looks, I look fantastic.
I mean, I don't see anything else but her gorgeousness in that photo.
Yeah, I was kind of excited to see. Oh boy, Richard's here again, but what Rosalind and Natalie had to say here. Oh wait, no, that was just Rosalind said boomers can't read and think at the same time. So okay, well, enter Dick Lickman again.
They're calling him Dick Lickman. So they go through this whole thing, like his entire threat. You guys have got to see this. It's so funny. I laughed. I was at the laundromat and it just kept me company the whole time. But one of the best parts is there's a parody account of me on Twitter. I don't know who does it, but it's very funny. And she got Darth Touch to argue with the parody of me. I see if I can find it. If I can find one of the moments where he's arguing with the parody Fox, because her name on Twitter is Megan Faux-Pox.
Faux-Pox, that's funny.
Instead of faux pas. Here's one. He's arguing with fake me.
Here he posts it for the unwatchable. It says, check out the new podcast about 30 minutes in where we talk about these anti-Semitic comments and more. And then I'll let you read Megan.
I might rename their stream Dickie and Licky. Megan Faux-Pas. This seems like it would be a hoot. Will the old guy who wants people to make signs with removable letter markers be joining you? I would have him take his medication before you go live.
and that I think is referred to Bag of Bones, because he's the one who suggested they go out protest, and he said take signs and use markers that you can remove the lettering so you can change your signs throughout the day. I don't know what that means. But that was his protesting advice, taking it to the streets like MLK. And he said,
no, he really said that. No, we're going to get to that in the Rumble exclusive where he compares himself to MLK. No, it's not a joke. He really did.
Oh my God, I can't wait. He's like, I think I had a dream. I can't really remember.
Oh God, they've got Darth Touch arguing with a satire Twitter. I can't even.
Lord.
And this went on for like 2 hours. Apparently, they're going to do another one this Saturday. I can't wait. I'm going to be in the laundromat doing my laundry, listening to them read more of his meltdowns on Twitter. So you guys here, I will drop this in the chat. Let me put this in here for you. You should go over there and subscribe to this hilarity. It is so funny. J-Hip did a great job. And you got to go reward him by, subbing and watch this video. It is so funny. Oh, and then Mary Lenkins comes in. Yes, those of you who remember the Owens case know that Mary Lenkins was a very pivotal figure in that case. If you recall, Mary Lenkins had a Facebook war with Laura and Ron Owens.
Hey, let me note, hey, Jay, by the way, if you do hear this, you need a name that stands out a little more. J-Hip, if I didn't know your name, like if I was just looking for J-Hip channel, I can't find it at all. I had, if I wouldn't have been given a link, I would have never found your channel. So you need a name that when people search, they can find your channel.
Yes, that's very good advice. Pick something that people can remember and it's easier to find you.
Yeah, maybe not. Speaking from someone whose name is Megan Fox.
Yeah, I know. I can't do anything about that though. It's actually my name.
Actually, your name does come up. You've gotten enough.
It's taken a long
online.
time. It's really taken a long time for that to work. So I probably should have done something different, but I wasn't really thinking about it because I'm so much older than her that I never really, I don't think about her. I don't think
you were like, that's my name, damn
it is. I had it first. So, but I don't really think about it unless other people say it, so anyway, but yeah, this made me laugh. I mean, here he is. Look at him. He's arguing with Satire Me. This is not me. This is not my account. Although she is I'm actually not sure. Very funny. Very, very funny.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah, I don't know how well they would do signs if, they have that medical condition I talked about, dyslexia.
Yeah, it's not going to go well for them. But the old guys taking it to the streets like they did in the 60s or something. So
how many times do you think that they will lose all those little letters that you're supposed to put in it would just be, they would, yeah, it would be a problem.
And then it was suggested maybe he meant they should all walk around with dry erase boards or something like that. Is that what he's talking? He's a mess.
So this goes on, and they go through all of his unhinged posts. And yes, Mary Lenkins comes in, and Mary Lenkins was a big character in the Owens case. Mary, as far as we know, Mary Lenkins is an elderly woman. She posts on Facebook in all caps all the time. She loves martinis. She's married to a man named Chester, and her grandson has to help her with all things related to her computer. Well, Mary has decided to enter this case. And if I could find one from Mary, because and also A. Cahunt. A. Cahunt is also there as well.
That's funny.
Some of you may recognize A. Cahunt from the chat. We love her or him, not sure. But yeah, you guys, this is so funny. They're just trolling the hell out of him, and he falls for it every single time. Every time. Oh, where's the one this is the one that had me. I fell off the treadmill when I read Mary Lenkins' response to him about the anti-Semitism. I literally tripped on the treadmill. I was going between the laundromat and the gym, and I was on the treadmill when Mary Lenkins came into the conversation. It might be more at the beginning. And I almost had him. There it is. There it is.
So that's where we'll be.
Exactly. We'll follow as much as we can.
I think a lot of this started with this Mary Lenkins lady. Appears to be an older lady.
I think she's like a grandmother. I like a lot of her posts. She may be me as an older lady because she cracks me up. Love her. Totally following her.
Why don't you go ahead and read Mary Lenkins' messages?
Oh boy, you want me to read it?
If you can.
Hold on, I need to get closer to my screen because I don't have my glasses on.
Oh boy, I didn't prepare you.
You know me, like Mary Lenkins, I got bad eyesight already. and I don't have my freaking reading glasses. Oh my god.
My
Well,
understanding is that Mary tends to drink a little bit too.
I mean, that's another reason why I love her.
Yeah,
Martinis in the chat
Wouldn't
for
you
Mary.
just like, I read her posts and I'm like, dude, I just want to sit down at a table with Mary Lenkins and have
Yeah,
a
drink a
shit
little
ton of
with her.
martinis.
yeah.
Let's
I
go.
definitely, because she's so funny. So I don't know who she is or where she's from, but yeah, I definitely would want. I don't know why this guy's having a conversation with her, though.
You know what? Maybe I'm gonna give Mary Lenkins a voice. I think it's gonna be something like this. I mean, I don't know, but I'm gonna read it like this, and you tell me what you think. Mr. Volpe, is it anti-Semitic if you don't know they are Jewish? How do I know if someone is Jewish so I don't accidentally call them a foreskin? It's one of my favorite words to call my neighbor Jane's husband when he drives into my bush. I'm awaiting your response, Mary Lenkins. Peace and love and martinis.
Shit,
I
that's
almost
pretty
had
good.
one of those moments at the gym that end up on the bloopers cameras,
Ugh,
like where
that's good.
you fall and break your teeth on the treadmill, because that was so funny. So if you want to hear Darth Touch and Paint Chips arguing with trolls on Twitter, you must go to this. Here, I'm dropping it in the chat again. Bookmark this and watch this later, because you will, if you need a
It's
laugh.
good. It's good.
If
It really is worth your time.
It's worth your time. It's worth your time. It's so good. I meant to mention that and I have forgotten, but J-Hip and Starcasm, good job, folks. Good job. Because I had a good time. It also brought me back to the days of Bruce from Oregon, when he did several streams just reading Mary Lenkins' Facebook posts. And I mean, I also, same thing, just laughed and laughed. It's so good to have a community who enjoys a good troll. And is Mary Lenkins in the chat? No, shut up. Is she here? Mary, if you're here, I love you. Cheers and martinis. Oh, she is here. Look, Mary's here. And she's
Good.
here in her little avatar with Chester. Mary, I'm so glad that you're following this new story, because we've missed you since the Owens days. I mean, I've just missed you
But that
so
was a
much.
nice, epic freaking post, I have to say.
You know, it's always a problem when your neighbor's husband drives into your bush. I know. It's always a very sticky situation. Oh gosh.
While all that was going on too, you had Paint Chips. He was like, "I'm gonna show him. I'm gonna trend a hashtag," and it's so funny. Like Megan said, hashtags are meaningless now. They don't do anything. So that was funny. But what was also funny is he's just posting all by himself over in the corner. Nobody gives a shit about what he's doing. So he's trying to force trend something that doesn't even work anymore, all by his lone little self.
It's so good, and every time they point it out, their sense of humor is so dry, and they're just reporting it as it's going. Oh, here he is. He's trying to push the hashtag again. Here we go with Jeremy Hales hates Jews. Let's see who's retweeting it. Oh, no one.
No one. Yeah.
Oh God, it's so good. I love what the community does when they get creative and funny.
I think it's funny though. Paint Chips was so even he won't retweet himself with all his fake accounts. It's really weird, you know.
Oh, J-Hip, you're here. I don't know if you heard Tug's advice, but he said try to come up with a name for your YouTube channel that is easier to remember, because looking for J-Hip is really hard. It's hard to find.
I could not find because I went to look it up again and I couldn't find your channel on its own. I had to go back and find a link I was sent.
Yeah. So go ahead and give him give him some subs. He deserves it for that epic stream. I laughed and laughed and laughed, and I'm always looking for something to make me to entertain me while I'm at the laundromat. Oh, look, he's up to 536 subscribers already.
Oh yeah, bust him over 1,000 real quick, folks. You can do it real quick.
You can
And
do
then all
it.
he needs is watch time, and actually watch the after the show tonight and into tomorrow. Whenever, watch it. Watch it a few times. Enjoy it. You can get him over. He can get him over that 4,000 watch hours, and then bam, he can monetize.
Yeah, I watched it 2 times for real. I listened to it 2 times and I laughed harder the second time. Seriously, the first time it's so outrageous you miss stuff because you're laughing too hard. Watch it a second time, and then you'll hear even more. I died. I told Tug, he'll tell you. I was texting him, going, "You have to listen to this.
That's
Turn
for
this
real.
on
That's
right
for real.
now." Because I was thinking about going over those stupid tweets of his, but frankly, this was so much funnier to hear other people do it. It was a joy. It was a joy, and I love it. I love it so much. All right, I'm gonna hit some of these super chats. We will be going over to a Rumble exclusive to talk about the Ecosystem Meltdown. So get all your super chats in now. I would like to get to a goal of like 70. And we're at 45. We're at 45 right now. So we can do it. We can do it.
That's very doable.
It is, because we're at 45 right now. That's only, I can't do math in my head, but I feel like that.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm at 45. I can't
Math tutoring.
math my way up to
I can't. I can't.
no.
I can't do that in my head. It's really embarrassing. Let's see. If I get a calculator out, though, I can.
Oh no.
30. We only need 30 more. See, I
Oh,
can do it.
God.
Okay. Kat Buchanan gifted 5 Megan Fox memberships. Thank you so much. I'm very thankful for those. Welcome to the Fox Den, all of you who got that. It's weird here, and we can't do math, but that's okay, because you know what? It's not
We're
all
all mathletes here. Yes.
My daughter started going out with this kid. She started dating a new guy, and he goes to like a technical school. He's like a super math wizard, and he's like a strange creature for us. We're like, wow, he's so smart. Like, he can do calculus. That's incredible. It's funny because I can't do basic math in my head. I can't do it. I'm just stunted that way. Ray, aka Ball Python King, gifted 5 Megan Fox memberships. Thank you so much. Again, it's weird here. There is no math. That's the good news. There's no math. You don't have to do math.
There are no pop quizzes.
Sticky Widget gifted 5 Megan Fox memberships. Thank you so much. That's 15 memberships right off the bat. Welcome to the Fox Den, all of you who got those. I hope you enjoy them. Remember, we're not a cult, but we do occasionally wear matching leg warmers. If you don't like leg warmers, you may want to leave now. Subi Sue, I love your name. Subi Sue 73. I love saying it. Subi Sue.
I do too.
Subi Sue. Subi
It's
Sue.
like Subi Sue. Thanks for the 2. See, I always like that one.
Thanks for being a member for 5 months. Says, love you, Megan and Tug and fam, and all. Thanks for all you do. Well, we love you too. We appreciate you as well. Ruth Mobley, member for 10 months. Wow, that is some serious watch time. Thank you. Lady T, member for 5 months. You too. Amazing. Thank you for being here. And Cynthia Miller became a new YouTube member. Welcome to the Fox Den. It's weird, but at least I don't make you do math. I mean, come on, right? I mean, we can all just admit we're no good at it. Ruth Mobley gifted 5 more memberships. Thank you so much. Subi Sue 73 gifted 1 Megan Fox membership. Thank you, Subi Sue. Appreciate you. That rhymed. PDW, thanks to the 2. You guys work together so well. I love it. We love it too. Heidi KZ, thanks for the 5 because it's Monday. Does someone have a case of the Mondays?
Oh no.
Corporate accounts payable. Nina speaking. Just a
my God.
moment.
I knew a lady that made noise like that. And she would talk. When I heard that on there, I was like, oh Lord, I worked with a woman just like that.
Corporate accounts
She never said a
payable.
case
Nina
of the
speaking.
Mondays though.
Just a moment. I loved the
Yeah.
one on the phone. It's every 5 seconds. Corporate accounts payable. Nina speaking. Just a moment. That would drive me crazy. That movie.
Well, I
was
like
so
how,
great.
someone did get driven crazy in the show. You know?
Right.
Well, and he's like, I'm going to burn the place down.
I'm gonna burn it to the ground. Ginver or Ginver. I never know if it's Ginver or
Oh,
Ginver.
did you see somebody took my advice and sent? Actually, there's a link to that movie I was saying. Check out.
I
for the
watched
freezer.
it. So I watched it. Somebody sent that to us. Yes. What freeze frame?
Yeah, yeah.
I watched it. I will say this. I found it really hard to watch because it's so dark. I mean, physically dark.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
so the screen is so dark, it's hard to look at. What a horrible story.
I
What
know
a
that's well,
terrible story.
yeah, and you know, back when that was made, I remember watching that like when it was new, when it had just come out, and that was such a far-flung idea that somebody could be driven to going out and having to record every facet of their life. But now, I mean, look at it. Look at what we're covering right now. Somebody that
I
when
know.
literally when they walk outside, they cover everything. They make sure they keep everything on file.
That movie was really well done as far as the filming goes because it gives you such a sense of anxiety
Mhm.
when you're watching it. It's so anxiety inducing. I felt like, oh, I can't even watch this anymore. That's how I felt. I turned it off early because I got almost all the way through it. That part where he goes into his vault to get the tapes that they're asking him for his alibi, and they're not
They're
there.
not there. Yeah, you're like,
Oh my
no.
God. I about died. I was just like, no, you've got to be kidding me. How could anybody get into this fortress? You know, like this fortress this guy has built, and like someone got in there and got them. Oh no, 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 no.
Yeah, you felt horrible for the guy, but you know, it's fascinating because that was a movie that not only talked about needing to film yourself all the time, but the dangers of false accusations.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. That movie is I highly recommend it. It's on YouTube for free. It's called Freeze Frame.
It's
But
a
it is
forgotten
hard.
movie.
It's
It's totally a
hard
forgotten
to
movie.
watch. It is hard to watch because of the how dark it is, but
You
it's
can
very
you can lighten
interesting.
your screen, you know.
You know, I find
Eh,
that
work,
I mean, it's too much work. I don't know where that
work,
is on the remote.
button, contrast. Psh,
You know,
whatever.
I don't know how to work controls of things. Like,
Oh
are you
no, I
kidding?
tell you what, something that I love that's this is random. If you're gonna watch something for free, have you ever seen the Stephen King miniseries Rose Red?
No.
Oh my god. It's been it's been AI touched up. It's free on YouTube because it's never been
Oh,
released as a Blu-ray. Oh my god, that is so good.
is it? The
Oh
only
my
Stephen
god, that
King
is one of my
miniseries I ever
favorite.
saw was Needful Things, and I loved
Nah.
it.
I mean, I liked
Like,
all those, but they're this has more of a horror bite. You know, it's not like you're not going to be like, oh my god, because it's a TV miniseries, but it deals with a haunted house, and I love it. I love that freaking movie or that
I will.
series.
Well, so I told you, you all know this, that I'm not a horror fan, right? And I don't watch horror movies, but ever since you and I have been working together, I find myself going, if Tug's kids can watch this, I
Well,
probably
okay,
can. So today I started watching some remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
one of the terrible remakes too. She
Yes,
telling me,
one
I
of
was
the
like,
bad ones. I did, but do you know what a big step that is for me? It's huge. Like, I'm scared of horror movies. I'm totally scared of slasher films, and I'm taking small steps. Like, I watched the Terror Thing, which was wonderful. That was so good. That was so good. And what did I also watch recently?
Yeah, The Terror is amazing though. That is freaking that first
Oh,
season.
The Terror is
Anyway.
so good. So good. It's so good. I can't even, but it has a lot of my favorite actors in it too, my favorite British actors.
Mm.
But yeah, way to be brave, says Steve. Maybe you can host Are You Braver Than a 5-Year-Old? I really did think to myself as I'm like, what should I watch? Maybe I should watch something scary. But no, you hate scary movies. And then I was like, yeah, but
Oh my
Bug
God.
watches scary movies.
My oldest had shown the little one, you know, she'd shown her Pennywise and she ended up loving it. But
That is so weird.
it was, well, what was really weird is I didn't realize that at first. So we were walking out, you know, and again, I did not know that she had seen it yet. So I was walking down the road, and you know those rain grates, you know, when Pennywise first appears, he appears in
Yes.
the rain. So she stops by one and looks down, and she waved down there, and she said something. I was like, "What are you doing?" And she said, "I'm just telling Pennywise hello." And
Okay,
I
that's
was like,
so creepy.
I was like, "What the what now?" Because, like I said, I didn't, you know, I was like, "Oh my God, she's never seen that show. What's going on?" How does she know?
I've
He's
never seen
real.
it. I all I know is that there's a scary clown in it, and there are
Mm.
few things I hate more than
Oh man, I
scary
love that.
clowns.
I
I don't think I
freaking
could
love that.
watch it. I really don't.
Oh boy.
It is on Netflix right now, and I was tempted to watch it, but then I was like, nah, I'll go with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre instead.
Watch Rose Red. I'm telling you, go in there 4 parts. I mean, it is
All right,
a
Rose
few hours,
Red.
but man, it's so good. Make sure it
Are
is
there a
the
lot of jump scares? I really don't like
no,
jump
not really.
scares.
No, it's not.
No?
It's not like that. It's just it's well put together. I've not seen very many haunted house movies that are well put together and are interesting. You know, you can like you said, you could jump scare anybody into anything. I don't really like that. I don't need that. It's cheap, you know.
Yeah.
You don't remember it, but Rose Red was really well put together.
Rosalind just said, this case has all the clowns. I know.
That's
It
true.
does.
That's true.
It's true. That is so true. So Ginver or
Oh my God,
Ginver,
where does that grade go? It goes to Gainesville. Like, oh,
that great right there goes to Gainesville.
wouldn't they all float down there? You're like, oh, Pennywise.
And you start in Gainesville and you end up in
You just
Gainesville.
end up right back there.
Kimber, thanks for being a member for 7 months. Says, let's roll. Green Veggie Beast, thanks for the 10. Roses are red, violets are blue. This case is crazy, and so are you. I'm back. The sane iguana. Well, I appreciate you. Thanks for being back. Cunning Linguist, thanks for the 2. R.I.P. Dolly Parton's husband of 60 years. Oh, that's sad. Her husband died? Oh,
no.
They were married for 60 years. That's intense.
Yeah,
That's amazing and sad.
it is. Man, love to him.
I really like Dolly, and
I do too.
she's a
That's horrible,
American
man.
treasure. And
Yeah,
the
I mean,
fact that
loss
she
like
had a
that, you know.
60-year marriage is kind of
Especially
miraculous.
anybody that has like fame, period. Anybody
Right.
that doesn't have it for that long, it's like, wow. But I mean,
Somebody who's famous like that and
Yeah.
beautiful. You would think she would have had 4 marriages by now. That's awesome, though. Good
Yeah.
for them. That's a long life. Subi Sue 73, thanks for the $5 super sticker. I appreciate you. Sassy Mama C, thanks for the 10. Thank you guys for always saying it louder for those in the back. Tug didn't mean to send double. I didn't mean to send double yesterday, but since I did, here's the same for breadstick and candy money for Megan and her foxtrot. Thank you. I appreciate
I always like to point
that.
it out if that does happen. You know, there was a double sin. You know how that happens sometimes when you're super.
Oh, yeah, that does happen.
Yeah, so I just
Jack-
wanted to point it out when it happened. You know.
Yeah. Jack's mom became a YouTube member. Well, welcome to the Fox Den. It's weird here, but I think you'll like it. You'll get used to it at least. And Nowakowski, thanks for the $10 super sticker. Appreciate you. And L. Lou, member for 6 months. Only 6 months. How is that? I feel like it's been so much longer. Always sending love your way. Yeah, it's fun. It's weird in here. Time either flies really fast or it feels like we've been here forever. And so I know exactly.
I don't know. Most of these live streams seem like they go by really fast. You know.
They do, but yet then again, the time on YouTube is so strange. Covering one thing for a month feels like 6.
Oh yeah, I feel like we've covered this. We've been in this case forever.
I do too. I'm starting to not remember life before this case. Oh, somebody sent me the funniest super chat the other day, and I don't think you were on you were not here. And I was like, I have to take a screenshot of this and show Tug because he's going to laugh. And I did get a screenshot. Hold on, let me bring it up because it's so freaking funny. Here it is. I can't believe I have it at my fingertips when I need it. Check this out. I have my favorites. Thanks to the 5 says breadstick moolah. Don't care what the haters think. Oh, thank you very much. Let me show you this now. This is so funny. Look at this super chat. MM sent a 50. She said, my hubs and I own a rice farm. Last year in March, planting time, we were majoring in fetal attraction and a minor in what the hails and the psycho neighbors. It's planting time next month, and we've graduated to what the hails and the psycho neighbor federal edition.
Indeed. That's true.
We're
That is
counting
very
time
true.
now in cases.
That
Look,
is very, very
we
true.
were majoring in fetal attraction. You guys kill me. I love the chat so much. They're so funny. What would we do without you? Celine von Furstenberg became a YouTube member. Well, welcome to the Fox Den. It's full of weirdos, but I feel like you'll fit right in. Emmy, thanks for the 10 and love this song. I like that intro song too. Cunning Linguist, thanks for the 10. I almost forgot the square bullet points. People are never going to let me forget this. Celine von Furstenberg, thanks for the 5. Had my ramen and have some gold and silver left to support Madame Fox. Well, thank you very much. Hey, Max Lab, thanks for the 2. Yes, probation for something else. It's on the Levy doc. Oh, thank you. I forgot to get to that. There was a little note at the bottom that said he's on probation. So this guy's a repeat offender, the one that got arrested, Andrew. Which, that's something that Lynette could have found out before she invited him to come stay. She could have found out that this was a guy with a criminal background before she invited him to stay within, reaching distance of her 5-year-old. Miss
And of
PJ.
course, none of the ecosystem will see a problem with that.
Nope, they will not. They will have nothing to say about it. Miss PJ, thanks for the 2. Wow, Florida needs to be sued for not protecting the child. Valor View News, thanks for the 10. Thank you for the distraction today. A close friend was on life support and had the plug pulled today. Oh, God, I'm so sorry. I definitely know what it's like to lose a close friend, and it sucks.
Yep. Yeah, love to you. Support to you for sure. It's an awful situation.
All I can tell you is cry when you want to cry. You're not going to be able to stop it anyway. But, man, that blows, and I'm really sorry. Hang on to the good memories. It'll get better eventually, I think. I hope. I hope it does. I hope it does for me too. Wildcat88, thanks for the 2. Love all the work you both do. Thank you. Mud Dog, thanks for the 5. LP was looking for a reward when she was looking for this guy. In Florida, Crime Stoppers pays for info that leads to a felon arrest? I don't know. I don't think so. I think she invited him to come stay. I don't think she turned him in. I think that was his dad. John Stuber, thanks for the 10. Andrew stroked himself. Andrew didn't stroke himself.
No, it's worse. He stroked his dad. It's like, ooh.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
Frenchie's mom, GB, thanks for the 6. Andrew is Floyd's brother. Peter is Floyd's brother. Andrew is the nephew. He fled from Andrew to Lynette because of the drug use. Rhett Gardner, member for 6 months. Hello, Megan and Tug. Well, thank you for being a member for 6 months, and hello to you too. Becky Fear Wreck, thanks for being a member for 1 month. My good friend's stepson died from huffing. Yeah, it's very serious and very dangerous. And I'm so sorry to hear that. Red Wolf, thanks for the 5. I had a friend once huff paint. He got so high that he thought he could fly, and he jumped off a bridge onto the highway. Oh, my God.
Oh, that's awful. Fucking awful, man.
That is like a nightmare.
I used to work at a junkyard. My friend's dad owned it. I've talked about that before. And we would go through and periodically crush gas tanks up. You'd have to go in and dispose of them. So even doing that, even with, masks on and stuff, my Lord.
The
you'd
fumes.
still end up all that nasty fumes. You could only do it for so long. The first time you do it, of course, you get too much of that. And that is I don't see how people they get addicted to that. It's just so cheap. I realize you can get addicted to anything like that, but my God, like this, it's an awful feeling. You feel like you are being poisoned because you are being poisoned.
Yeah, there must be some kind of desperation that comes along with trying something like that. It's an absolute disaster to try something like that. It's so sad. I feel like anybody who's doing that is has given up on their life already. And I saw there was a movie with one of those very famous people. I'm not going to remember her name, but anyway, it was about an addict who was addicted to huffing, and I remember watching it, just being so depressed watching this happen. It was just terrible.
If we were to cast Otter Creek, who would play these folks? Who would play like LMNOP and John Cook?
Oh, that is a very good question.
I mean, if we were going to make them a movie,
I could see like a really rough looking Kevin Costner could be a good John Cook. You know, because now that he's older with like the gray with the hair, long hair, and like the beard and stuff, he's looking a little rough these days.
Kevin Costner with his freaking bandage around his freaking leg, like on a walker in the street. Oh Lord. Be like, from Yellowstone to this? What's happened, Kevin?
Oh, Yeety McYeterson says LMNOP should be played by Rhea Perlman. Yes. That would be funny. Although she's not skinny enough. You need somebody who's like really thin, you know, like
as holy as she is, she could be played by like Ron Perlman.
Oh yeah, Jane Fonda maybe. Jane Fonda might do a really good job, actually.
You're like, oh my God.
Jane Fonda's creepy looking, man. No, she might do well. God, Mickey Rourke for Crook.
Mickey Rourke, that's good.
Missy says Mickey Rourke. Oh, that's funny. There's already 2,600 of you over there on Rumble. Good work, guys. And we've got 2,800 over here on YouTube. We did meet the goal, so we will be headed over there, but I do need to read all of the super chats, so we'll keep motoring through here. I have my favorites. Thanks for the $1.99. LC and JC collect ruggies like Pokemon. They're gonna catch them all. They're gonna catch them all. Kyra Lee, thanks for the 10. Amanda's depot was different. Yes. Yeah, Jeremy dropped a new video today.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic. We might need to go over that maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If depending on what comes up, we plan on that, and then we'll see what happens.
Yeah, because we don't have that transcript yet. But based on Jeremy's notes that he took, and I think we can trust him so far. Everything he said before about the other transcripts was true.
I mean, look at Shara's, for example. You know, it was really funny because when all that stuff came up with Shara, you heard the ecosystem be like, Hitman. Nobody said anything about a hitman. And then it was like, yeah, she did say something about a hitman.
Yeah, and then so in Amanda's deposition, the person who worked for the court as the victim's advocate, apparently Bruce tried to shut down the deposition 3 times, and he's not even her lawyer. I can't wait for that transcript. I am going to be like over the moon when that comes out. That's going to be fun.
He shouldn't be doing anything like that. That's crazy.
No, he's not. He doesn't have a right to do that. He's going to get sanctioned for that. Maybe if the judge will actually get off his ass and do something about it. Teresa Finn Writer Chick, thanks for the 5. Stop making me laugh. My pollen up. I mean, asthma is acting up and I can't breathe. Deep breaths, Teresa. Deep breaths. Jay hit, thanks for the 5. Love you, Megan. Part 2 this week. You know what, Jay? Keep up the good work. You're doing good work over there. I haven't laughed that hard in a long time. I meant it when I told you it was the funniest live stream I'd heard all week, and I enjoyed every single second of it twice. Twice. So if you haven't gone over and subscribed to Jay Hip, go do it. Let's see where he's at now. He's at 830 subscribers. He just started his YouTube channel, and I'll drop it in the chat again for you guys so that you can.
Yeah, only 170 off too. If you go in and you subscribe, knock them up to the 1,000, and then watch
knock
the
them up. No, don't
knock
do that.
That's he's gonna love.
That's what Darth Touch does. And you guys. When you get to the part of Jay's live stream about not getting knocked up, Mary Lenkins, somebody says something to him like, I thought you knocked up everyone you investigated. If you're going to investigate me, I'm scared. I don't want to get knocked up. Oh, the trolling is so good, you guys.
Oh, God.
Oh, Skipper of Veteran Nation, thanks for the 2. Megan Foxy, thanks for being here. Dan Davis, thanks for the 2. Maybe Megan Fox head on Megan Falk's body. Suzanne 71B Callie, thanks for the 10. J Hip doesn't quit. My vote for channel name. Iowa Gal, thanks for the 2. Ready to rumble? Megan Fox versus Megan Foe Saturday. Sticky Widget, member for 5 months. I have to bail. I'll catch you on the replay. I'm devastated. I can't stay, and I'm sure the feeling is mutual. But never fear, I will return. We will miss you, Sticky, for sure. We will.
Man, we got to shut down. I'm sorry. Oh, wait, we'll go on. Never mind.
We'll move on. By the way, if you are watching on the replay and you get to the end of this and you're like, where's the rest of it? Well, you're going to have to go in the description and click on the Rumble link. That will take you right over there. And then you just fast forward an hour and you get to where the Rumble exclusive will be. Sticky Widget gifted 5 Megan Fox memberships on the way out. Thank you, Sticky. That's awesome. Welcome to the Fox Den, all of you. It's weird here, but at least we're not doing math. It could be weirder. Creative Expressions by Dion. Thanks for the 5. Megan, did you get the dice to go with the bouncing for your van? All right. Now, don't laugh, but I saw this, and we can't play the fun music because it's probably copyrighted. I saw that, and there's hilarious music. This meme is not going to be the same without the music. It's not going to hit the same, but I will still show you so you guys understand. So I tweeted this on the Twitters via the internets because I'm like, this is something that I totally want. So apparently Mercedes has a special jump mode to stop playing music to get you out of the sand or mud. Look at what it does now. It bounces up and down until it gets you out of the mud. And I'm watching, and it says, meanwhile, here's what people are doing with it. And they're just, and it's this jamming song, and they're just like, they're just bouncing on the street.
Put hydraulics on it.
Yeah, hydraulics. I'm like, I want this for my minivan.
Yeah.
Do you know how many moms would be saved from screaming babies if they had this in their cars? Think about it, Tug. You know how when you're driving, babies always fall asleep, but then you get stuck in traffic and they wake up? This is the solution right here. I want one bad. So people have been making fun of me about that.
Oh, I also saw today that Casey Anthony announced that
she did
TikTok. Yeah.
I really did not want. I'm trying to ignore it because I think that what she wants is attention, and we should not give her any.
I think people should definitely remind folks. See, that case is old enough though that she's been able to go in and say, oh, well, there were a lot of things you didn't hear about. Oh, no, I had to spend a lot of time looking at that case because I was curious about it. It was a big thing back when. And yeah, she's guilty.
Well, did you watch her documentary?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
She blames her dad.
Mm-hmm.
It's really disgusting. And I think her dad should sue her for defamation is what I think. And she's trying to rebrand herself as like a legal advocate and all this garbage. Yeah. Do yourself a favor and the world a favor. Ignore Casey Anthony. Okay. Just ignore her. Don't give her the attention that she wants. Lisa Gibbs, thanks for the 10 pounds. Appreciate you. Fallen Hero 4567. Thanks for the $2 super sticker. Barnyard Sally, thanks for the for the 2. Hooray for martinis. Yes. And cheers, Mary Lenkins. Stacy R, thanks for the 2. You and Tug rock. Well, so do you, Stacy. Ray, aka Ball Python King, gifted 5 Megan Fox memberships. Welcome to the Fox Den, all of you. You are welcome here. And Harry Daig, thanks for the gifted 10 Megan Fox memberships. Holy cow. So many of you are getting into the Fox Den today. We're going to have to dig another burrow.
It's good, man. I love it when memberships drop. Those are the coolest thing.
I know. It's so cool. Elfie, thanks for the 2. The foreskin when he drives into my bush. Epic. I know. I am not going to stop laughing about that ever. Mary Lenkins is one of the greatest comedians I've ever seen online. For real. Her work in the Owens case is beyond. It's so good. It's so good. And I heard a rumor that Mary Lenkins may be starting a YouTube channel. And if that happens, the world is not ready for it. It just isn't. Janice Wingfield, thanks to the 10 breadstick money to make the haters mad. Subi Sue 73 gifted 5 Megan Fox memberships. Thank you. Welcome to the Fox Den, all of you who got those. Tess Campbell, thanks for the 5. Okay, here's some breadstick money. Red Wolf, thanks to the 5. Finally, we're a place where I can be myself. Weird and crazy. Yep, that's it. you got it. You're in the right place. Mama Lori, thanks for the Canadian 5. Appreciate you. And Dawn Hazlitt, thanks for the 5. Here you go, Meg. Finally, a message that didn't come while I was at work. Oh, good. Wells and Bama, thanks for the 2. I spit sweet tea across the room at that joke. I fell off a treadmill. So, we're even.
You're in good company.
Taz, thanks for the 2. Love math. Love and hugs. Oh, I'm glad that you like math. There always have to be people out there who do love and can do math. For those of us who cannot do math, we appreciate you. Patty Dahlheimer, member for 2 months, been watching you longer than 2 months. Love you and Tug and your great sense of humor. Well, thank you so much for being here for that long, Patty. I appreciate you. Iowa Gal, thanks for the 2. Megan and Tug, thanks for making my Monday. Well, Mondays are always a little rough, and it's good that we are here to entertain and take the edge off. Guess what? Here's the good news. Monday's almost over. It's definitely over for most of you. I'm sure you're kicking back at home by now, at least in the U.S. I don't know what the other time zones are like, but for sure, you're probably kicking back now and having a laugh. Mandy Pandy, thanks for the 10. Megan, is it a Tina Ladies moment when listening to J-Hip? You have to look up Tony and Ryan on YouTube for the picture of the hair. They ran the Australian version of you and Tug. Yes, I know. So that bizarre, weird, fat picture of someone who was supposed to be me, turns out they were using this Australian podcaster. And I hear she's really funny. Like, she's super funny. And I did look her up, and yeah, that was her. Strangely, she just kind of looks like me, but she's bigger than me. So, whatever. She's super funny, though. Apparently, they're really a funny team of podcasters in Australia. Elfie, thanks for the 2. Name for J-Hip channel, J Stays Real. Alex Hooley, thanks for the 5. Your vids are a real hoot. Love your humor. Oh, thank you. Harry Daig, thanks for the 20. Love you guys. Y'all are funny. Well, I appreciate that. We try. Candy DeVos, thanks for the $5 super sticker. Ron Barnard, thanks to the 5. What the hell's talked about Amanda Martin depot? Sorry, I missed the first hour. Yeah, and it is wild. We'll try and go over that tomorrow. John Baker, thanks for the 2. Foreskin is cockeyed. Cockeyed? Max Lab, thanks for the 2. Megan and Tug, I sent you more on Andrew. Oh boy. Okay. We'll look at Tug. Maybe you can look at it while I finish reading these up. Deborah McLeod, thanks for the 5. Bone slapper, slap on, slap off the slapper, hands above the table. Subi Sue, thanks for the 5. Hate Monday, but love you and Tug. I appreciate that, Subi Sue. We love you. AKA the Cat Lady, thanks for the 5. Megan, you have to watch Big Trouble in Little China with Kurt Russell and Kim Cattrall. It's so funny you say that. My husband was just watching that the other night with the kids, and I heard riot laughter downstairs, and he was like, we were just watching this, and I was like, you know what? I don't know if I've ever seen it. I don't think I have.
It's a classic. Oh, you need to see it. There's no horror or anything. That's just funny. It's more of like a weird funny, and it's made by John Carpenter, though, who was a master of horror back in that day.
Oh, I do love Kim Cattrall, and she's one of my favorites. Mannequin is one of my all-time favorite 80s movies. Dan Davis, thanks for the 2. All roads lead to Gainesville. Puzzled Puzzler, thanks for the 5. Tug, The Changeling with George C. Scott is one of my favorite haunted house movies.
Yeah, that's a great movie. That's a classic. That is just absolutely.
Is that based on a book?
I can't remember if a book came first or if the book came after. I can't remember. Back in the day, you'd find all these movies that were based on books, but you find the books based on movies, and I can never remember which came first.
Right.
For that
You know what's weird about me is that I could read a horror book, no problem. There's nothing I can't.
I miss those,
But there's something about movies that just freak me out. I just can't stand to have someone else's visuals in my head. If it's my own, like because I'm reading it and my brain is doing that, for some reason it's not It doesn't bother me as much, but I really do have a hard time with horror movies. I'm trying to get over it though, because there are so many classics that I've never seen, like The Shining, for instance. My daughter now, I have a kid who's a little dark, and she loves Edgar Allan Poe, and she wanted to watch The Shining, and she asked me if she could. And I mean, she's 15, so I was like, well, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I think you can. I don't know. I've never seen it, you know? So my oldest volunteered to watch it with her. And the oldest noped out, and the middle, the middle one has now watched it twice, and she's doing a high school project on it now. So she just got the book, and she's reading the book, so she really liked it. And it's so funny because I'm so different than that. I don't like scary stuff.
Watch The Thing, man. That is The Thing is such a good
Thing?
movie.
Is that?
Yes.
Wait, that's not the same thing as The Blob.
No. The Blob, the remake of The Blob.
No, I saw the original Blob.
Yeah, but you need to watch a remake. Oh my God, that's a good movie. That's that is a great remake. Oh, it's so horrifying in certain parts.
Really?
Yeah. They have some great effects in that. Oh man, I love The Thing though. Watch The Thing.
When I told my dad to watch The Terror, he texted through my mom, because he doesn't text. Through my mom, she said, Dad told me to tell you that this is as bad as Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. He hated it.
Really? Man, I love that.
I was
love the way it was
shocked
set up.
because he loves like naval films and stuff. I would have thought he would have loved that, and he didn't. He hated it. He said it was on par with Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Mad Hatter, Matt OTVO, thanks for the 2. Sorry, Megan, I'm a thug, but love you both. Well, you just hang around. You might get gifted a membership. Janice MB, thanks for being a member for 4 months. Clowns? You say clowns? No. God, no. I have clown trauma. Yeah. Death's Angel gifted 1 Megan Fox membership. Welcome to the Fox Den, whoever got that. And Death's Angel member for 10 months. Amazing show tonight. Hugs and love to you both. This chat is awesome. Sorry for the loss. I'll say prayers. Teresa Penrose, thanks for the 5. I love talking scary movies. Got great recommends. The Haunting, B&W, Julia Harris, The Uninvited with Ray Milland. I need to watch some more of these.
You're like, I've never seen any of that.
I've never seen any of them.
All good recommends, by the way.
Yeah, I've never seen any of them. Slug Entertainment, thanks to the 2. Grandma Megan knows me cans of Spam. No, I don't. It was your dog that ate those. I didn't do anything to those. Kathy Stewart, thanks to the 2. LP knew Andrew's background from the campground. I mean, they've known each other for a while now, I believe. Cynthia Fire Fairy 42, thanks for being a member for 9 months. Less Than Zero movie. I don't think I've seen that one either. Hippie Witch gifted 1 Megan Fox membership. Thank you so much. And welcome to the Fox Den, whoever got that. Melody Couture, thanks for the 5. Please tell the chat thank you for my birthday wishes. Love you all. Well, thank you, chat. And happy birthday, Melody Couture. Happy birthday. I hope you had the happiest of days. Frederick, thanks for the 2. Gary Busey as John Cook. Oh, that's it.
That would actually work. It has to be. It has to be modern. Yeah, like right now. It has to be.
That's the one.
After the wreck. Yeah.
You've done it. You figured it out.
That works.
That works. Puzzled Puzzler, thanks to the 2. I'm having a colonoscopy to remove my polymops. Nancy Wheaton, thanks for the 20. My first time. Here's some square bullet points to start us off.
Oh yeah.
Square
bullet points in the chat, by the way. Fill the chat with square bullet points.
Stop that. Stop saying that. As long as the square bullet points come along with breadstick money, I'm good with it. John Alive, thanks for the 2. Gollum as Lynette and Shatner as Crook. John Alive, thanks for the 2. Adam Brody as Deuce. Oh, yeah. They are very similar. They look similar. Susan Way, thanks for the 2. I'm on a cruise and still getting my fix. I think she meant getting my fix. I'm glad you're on a cruise. Have fun in the sun. Vice baby. Thanks for the 5. Watch Cabin in the Woods to see a lot of classic horror characters.
Oh, yeah.
That one I think I did see. Was that the comedy? The comedy horror?
Yeah. It was, more like a satire.
Yeah, satire. I think I saw that one. Kim Boyko, thanks for the 5. 1980s Terror Train, Jamie Lee Curtis. I did not see that one either. Yeah, I've seen like none of these. Like I'm just the worst when it comes to horror. I've just not seen it. I haven't even seen the original Halloween. I haven't seen any of them. So I may.
See, that's
I may
all
have to
John
watch it.
Carpenter. Like again, you know, you're They Live, John Carpenter.
Yeah, I'm
Freaking,
missing out on all
Big
of them. I
Trouble,
just
John
I just
Carpenter.
don't know.
I mean, you go through his movies starting, you know, go into Halloween and go forward until you hit, you know, around the 90s, then stop.
All right, guys, it's that time. We are going over to Rumble. We have a Rumble exclusive happening over on Rumble right now. I'm shutting down YouTube and I will be headed to Rumble. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Rumble link in the chat. I'm going to pin it to the top of the chat. And you all need to hit that button right now. I want to see a bunch of you. I want to see a bunch of you falling off of YouTube right now because we are getting ready to move this show to a Rumble exclusive where we will be playing all the clips we want to play without fear of having our channel falsely struck by the weirdos in the ecosystem who can't figure out what fair use is. And we are going to show you some of the funniest stuff that they have done over the last week. And all the meltdown after finding out they were getting sued, we're doing it. We're doing it on Rumble. We're doing it right now. Get on over there. It is time. I got to find my little Rumble video. Where's my Rumble video? Where did you go, Rumble video? Ah, here it is. We're doing it now. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's